All right, so we gotta talk about this one because the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Glazers are still at it, even though their game is completely eradicated. Like, the DLCs have failed them, the tournaments have been complete garbage, like, terrible promotion for the game. Everyone's left it. It's like the destroyed version of the Pride Lands. Have you ever watched The Lion King? And when Simba pulls back up to the Pride Lands, are all destroyed and dilapidated after Scar has had his rule. That's basically Sparking Zero. Like, the good version of Pride Lands is Xenoverse 2. The bad version is Sparking Zero. It's done, depleted, below 1K players. Like, nah, Sparking Zero is over. But you still have Sparking Zero defenders coming up and their last line of defense, right? Their last line of defense in all of this, even though their game has failed, like I said it would. Isn't that funny how I said their game would fail? I got everything right, even the time span. I told you the exact time span that this game would die. Here it is, dead. Okay? But they still want to yap. They still want to run their mouths and talk about Sparky Zero. Oh, here comes the defense, guys. Here. Sparky Zero was rushed. Sparking Zero was rushed because of Daima. That's the last line of defense for the Sparking Zero Glazers. The most idiotic thing I've ever heard. Sparking Zero failed, not because it's a garbage game, not because the roster is just full of clones and a bunch of Gokus and Vegetas and not actually a mammoth roster like BT3 or Rage and Blast 2 or even a Xenoverse 2, right? No, not because the net code is trash, even though they were crowing about how it's going to be better than Xenoverse 2. Not because there's no authentic customization system, no outfit, nothing, right? No, it's all because Sparking Zero allegedly, air quotation, allegedly got rushed because of Dragon Ball Daima. So I have to take it upon myself right now to dispel, disarm, and send that very argument to the Shadow Realm in this video. So, guys, Dragon Ball Daima had nothing to do with rushing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Now, I know what people are going to say. Well, they were trying to ride Daima hype. That's why they included Dragon Ball Daima Goku. It was all Bandai Namco's master plan to ride the hype of Daima and blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, so we're going to break this down into several parts. Number one, right? Dragon Ball Daima, in its first promotion circuit, it wasn't doing as well as Dragon Ball Super Bro, okay? Now, when you look at the actual game itself, the only character within the game is Dragon Ball Daima Goku at launch, okay? So, if they were really rushing this game out to capitalize on Dragon Ball Daima, it's really funny how besides Dragon Ball Daima Goku, there's no pieces of Dragon Ball Daima except for Daima Goku. There's no pieces of Dragon Ball Daima in Sparking Zero. So they allegedly rushed that game out. That's the psychology. That's the thought process. The theory of the Sparking Zero Glazers and Defenders is that Sparking Zero was rushed to coincide with Dragon Ball Daima. Yet, there's literally no Daima content at all. No stages, no additional characters, no outfits, no nothing. Not even the online character borders or icons, whatever stuff. Again, I had people look into this. There's nothing from Dragon Ball Daima in Sparking Zero. Except for the pending DLC coming out. And you all know they worked on that after the fact. Okay, well, what do they have? Glorio, another Goku, and a base form Vegeta, and that's all they have, right? But this game was so rushed out the door because they just had to get that Dragon Ball Daima hype, right? That's the thought process behind this, even though it doesn't make sense. Like that's your last line of defense, isn't it? Yeah, guys. I just don't see how you defend this game anymore without looking like an absolute pathetic clown in a three-ring circus that is Bandai Namco at this point. Because we already know that the big YouTubers are going to come out They're gonna do their little clown dance when the DLC drops for this game. The same DLC that's not gonna, again, Dragon Ball Daima had no effect on Sparking Zero. It didn't rush the game out, but it has such a non-effect on that game that DLC, when they get their little Super Saiyan 4 Diamond Goku, whether it's adult or mini, that's not gonna save that game. It'll have an impact on Xenoverse 2, because you know what we're gonna get? We're gonna get that character, and he's gonna be better built. He's gonna be an individual character that plays differently, and we might even get the SS4 Awoken for our CAC characters. But over there in Sparking Zero, you're gonna have a trash combat system with trash netcode that you'll get bored of. There's no story mode behind it. There's nothing to really play behind that game, because again, the game itself, it's not that it was rushed. No, it's just a garbage game. It's complete garbage. They thought they did something with the little visuals. They thought they had won the day on that, and they quit trying. And the rest of the game suffered, and it was trash. The gameplay is trash. Story mode is trash. The characters are all the same. They just little Fortnite skins. They don't have any intricacies or differences. There's no combo play. All the game is punch, or run away, key blast, and then throw a super attack. There's not even any depth to the super attacks. There's no counter super, setup supers, combo reset super, nothing. Just all the characters playing the same, and the only difference is how broken their blast ones are. What kind of blast one loadout they got. Did they get insta spark or regeneration? That's all. That's why that game is dead. That not because it was rushed. You have to face the truth. There's no more running away. Sparking Zero failed because Sparking Zero is garbage. You bought a demo for graphics, for character animations, but you didn't buy a good game. And everyone warned you. That's why you lost those 120,000 players. That's why, with all those players being gone, you might want to savor this little Diamond DLC, because that's gonna be it. They're looking at those low insignificant numbers and how every DLC they've released up till now doesn't bring anyone back, and they're gonna say, even though there's nothing for them to add because they've already done all Super, all GT, all the eras of Dragon Ball. There's no new Dragon Ball anime pending right now, no movie pending right now. They're going to say, well, we're not going to invest anything into this game because what's the point? They're going to look at how that Diamond DLC just does horribly. Even though the clowns have come out, the Bandai Namco clowns come out and do their little dance. They'll dance, do their little rodeo clown dance and try to act like the DLC is the best thing ever. And then they'll play you for clown and jump right back on your side. Man, we don't understand why Dragon Ball Sparking Zero failed. And they'll be smiling in your face, promoting the game, playing the DLC, acting like it's hype. And they always play both sides. Guys, Sparking Zero is a failure. It's a three-ring circus. It's an embarrassment to Dragon Ball game. And if you're using this defense that Daima rushed this game out, then you're a clown too. Don't be a clown. Please don't be a clown. Take the clown makeup off, put the clown wig down, and go get some help. But first, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, enable all notifications, because you might beat the game. And I don't see how anyone wants to still beat this piece of trash game. It is run out into the dirt. But you'll never beat the end game of all games, perfection and natural selection. Again, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.